This is the Pin Power Podcast with your host, Kara Chase. Every week, Kara teaches you about Pinterest marketing, online entrepreneurship, and productivity. How-tos and insider tips to build a strong foundation for marketing your business. You can read more about each episode over on the blog at karachase.com. Now, let's dive in.
Hey, thanks so much for listening in today. If you haven't already, click subscribe to listen to the Pin Power Podcast wherever you tune into your favorite podcasts. Today's episode is brought to you by the Pinterest and Entrepreneurship Resource Library. You can get instant access to 13 workbooks, checklists, videos, and how-tos for Pinterest marketing and entrepreneurship. Because you're not winning points or getting gold stars for learning all these how-tos on your own. Go to karachase.com/library and get access to everything for just $9. Can't pass that up. All right, today's episode is all about email. I'm sharing with you the 3 best organizing tips to manage your email inbox. Staying ahead of emails constantly streaming into your inbox can feel like a never-ending black hole. As an entrepreneur, your time is better spent managing your small business and delivering to your customers, not trying to find that Zoom link email and not knowing if you responded to that client request. Every entrepreneur wants to sit down at their desk in the morning not feeling behind or buried in administrative work. You want everything at your fingertips and distractions held at bay. The problem is that we sometimes have workplace culture expectations about responding to emails quickly and being available during non-work hours via our smartphones. When you combine that with not having the systems or tools in place to organize and declutter your email inbox, the time lost trying to manage your emails can take a significant amount of time out of your productivity. After several years in business, I have fine-tuned a few strategies for not only managing my email inbox effectively, but also how to actually get to inbox zero consistently. The tips, hacks, and tools work with each other and protect my precious time and attention. I encourage you to try any or all of them and see what works for you. Heads up, I have a whole bunch of screenshots and video tutorials over on the blog that you can watch if you're more of a visual person. So let's get to my first tip, my Gmail inbox label system. There's a big difference between organizing your clutter and getting rid of your clutter, and this applies to your business just as well as your home. Years ago, I thought the best way to organize the huge amount of emails I was getting was to have a label for everything. The problem was I had so many labels, it totally defeated the purpose. I had somewhere around 50 labels and sublabels, which resulted in not being able to find anything anyway. Completely turning around my non-functional, over-organized labeling system for my email inbox took some time and effort for sure. I'm not going to lie. You can read exactly how I went through the entire process over on my blog about how to simplify your email inbox, and I will link you up in the notes. The quick version is that I decided on 6 labels and only 6 labels for everything. Accounting, Chase Digital LLC, or anything related to the administration of my business, clients, educational courses, a kudos file, and a tools and sites label. Then I got rid of all of the other, over 40 labels in my Gmail settings. As soon as I either relabeled or deleted and archived an old label, then I delete. I estimate it took me about 6 to 8 hours over the course of a couple weeks. And remember, I had 50 labels to go through. This simple labeling system was the first step in managing my email inbox and made everything easier to maintain. If an item doesn't fall into a label category, but I think I might need to save it, I'll archive it, which is the beauty of searching in Gmail. If I had an email that was hanging around in my inbox that didn't fit with a label and I didn't want to get rid of it, usually something I wanted to read or check out, then I'd give it a week or so. And if I still hadn't gotten to it, then I'd delete it because it obviously wasn't that important. To navigate to your Gmail settings, first click the cog wheel in the top right corner and then go to the labels menu. Again, I have screenshots for this over on the blog. Here you can choose what labels you create, show, hide, etc. Point of note, I turn off the different Gmail categories like social, updates, etc. because I want to see everything I'm getting in my inbox so I can unsubscribe as appropriate. Simply archiving thousands of promotional emails won't help you in the long run, in my humble opinion. All right, number 2, take advantage of those Gmail inbox features. Creating my simple and effective email labeling system was the first step in mastering my Gmail inbox management system. In the years since, I've added more tools and hacks to spend less and less time in my email, most of which are available for free right within Gmail. So here are my favorite Gmail features that help me stay organized, focused, and save time. The first is pause. The Gmail pause feature is a simple do not disturb button for your inbox, and it's a free Boomerang for Gmail feature. Clicking pause inbox will allow you to set rules for your pause, such as turning on your autoresponder and when to automatically unpause. There are also premium or paid features for this function, but I haven't had the need for them. I typically do my best to only check my email 2 to 3 times per day. I give it a once over in the morning for anything pressing, then 30 minutes either before or after lunch to process or respond to emails, then at the end of the day before I unplug for family time to catch anything else that's urgent. The second Gmail hack that I use is Boomerang. Speaking of what's actually urgent, Boomerang for Gmail can help you with that too. Boomerang lets you take control of when you send and receive email messages. This is particularly important if you want to send a response email at a certain time, like Monday morning instead of Saturday at 8 p.m. When you send an important email, you can also set it to remind you if you haven't received a response within a certain amount of time. Over on the blog, I've embedded a Boomerang video to see how you can use it to help manage your time boundaries and not let follow-up slip through the cracks. Like the pause feature, Boomerang has upgraded paid features, but I haven't needed them so far. All right, this next Gmail hack is probably my favorite, and it's multiple inboxes. I use this feature to quickly organize my most important emails. It is the single best tool I use to help me get to inbox 0 every week, sometimes every day. To enable this feature, again, go to the settings cogwheel in the top right corner of your Gmail inbox, then navigate to the inbox tab. You'll want to set your inbox type to multiple inboxes and create your sections. The section names you can create are the most important types of emails that you need to manage. This is different from my label system that I outlined above. Then you can set other options to your liking. Over on the blog, again, there's a screenshot of exactly how I have mine set up and the labels that I use. As you can see from my multiple inbox settings, I use the yellow star for follow-up, the blue info for upcoming appointment, the orange arrows for delegated or waiting, the blue star for to read or swipe file, and the purple star for personal to do. To use this system, you'll want to assign the appropriate star or icon to your emails as they come in if one of these stars applies. You'll see your main inbox on the left, or at least that's how mine is set up, and then your 5 filtered inboxes or multiple inboxes will be to the right. When an email needs one of your stars or icons, click on the star until it's labeled with the correct one, then archive it. Archiving is the important step that takes it out of your main inbox and puts it in one of your 5 filtered inboxes. It's a little hard to describe this for a podcast episode, which is why I highly encourage you to head on over to the blog to see all of the screenshots and videos I did to outline exactly how to set this up, why it's so amazing, and how it helps you have everything at your fingertips. I spend time each week going through each inbox and processing old emails. Once an email is no longer relevant, like an appointment has passed or you read that article that you were saving, just unclick the star or icon so it's blank. When your inbox refreshes, that email will be archived fully instead of filtered to one of your inboxes. This multiple inbox setup has been just as essential to my simple labeling system to creating order and ease for my email processing. All right, next we're going to talk about templates. My last favorite Gmail inbox feature is the ability to create templates for responses. Templates are super handy for any customer service emails that you find yourself typing over and over. But first, you need to turn this feature on. You do that in Settings, Advanced, and then Enable Templates, and make sure you click to save your changes. Then you set them up when you are drafting an email. I actually did an entire screen record video for exactly how to set this up when you're drafting an email, overwrite old templates, and just how to use them in general, because a video was much simpler than a whole bunch of screenshots. All right, the third and final tool that I use to stay in control of my email inbox is one I recently discovered, and it's called SaneBox. The best way to not be overwhelmed by emails is to unsubscribe and delete without mercy. You can read more about how I declutter my digital life, including emails, on a blog that I link up for you. But what about when you don't want to officially unsubscribe from a list or a newsletter or a person you follow, but you also don't want to see their launch emails clogging your inbox all the time? SaneBox helps you filter out everything that doesn't need your attention and helps you focus on what matters most. Do I want to know what new deals are available at Costco and read my kids' school newsletter? Yes, I do, but not right now. And certainly not when I'm on my first cup of coffee and trying to prioritize my day. For the last few years, I've used a free service called Unroll Me to help manage my subscriptions and what emails get into my inbox. Recently, however, I became aware that Unroll Me was sold, and the new owners were using subscribers' Gmail permissions to scrape personal information from emails and sell that info to companies like Uber. To quote The Social Dilemma, if you're not paying for the product, you are the product. While Unroll Me is and was free, there's no way I'm okay with them scraping and selling my information in my inbox to the highest bidder. SaneBox is not free, but by paying for the product, they are agreeing to keep my information private and secure. If you use my referral link, you can get a credit towards a subscription after your free trial, and it's not expensive. I use it for both my business and personal email, and it's $12 a month. I've found it to be even better than Unroll Me, and I've noticed the drop in spam emails and phone calls since I deleted their software and permissions. In conclusion, email is both necessary for today's world, and it's also one of the most distracting time sucks that will steal your sanity and productivity. My top 3 email organizing tips are: number 1, my labeling system; number 2, all of the Gmail inbox hacks that I walked you through; and then number 3, using SaneBox. I've used these processes for years, constantly tweaking and evaluating what works in the easiest and simplest way possible. I hope implementing these will save you hours in your week so you can work better to live well. If you're ready for more productivity help, get my Pinterest and entrepreneurship resource library. You'll get 13 resources like checklists, how-to, templates, go-bys, and videos to help save you time in your business and help you be more productive. And it's only $9. Thanks so much for listening, and I will see you next time.
Want to know more about Pinterest marketing for your online business? Head over to pinpowermethod.com, the first Pinterest marketing membership designed for entrepreneurs. We'll catch you next time, Rockstar.